What's up and welcome to my YouTube channel where we'll discuss about backyard farming, how you can grow your farm at your backyard using a very tiny space. Today I will be discussing about the major causes of coccidiosis in broilers, and if you have a poultry at your backyard, this video is very important because I'm going to lay some secrets that will help you for proper management and how you can actually raise birds that will not have come down with coccidiosis. The major cause of coccidiosis in broiler is a parasitic infection that is a protozoa called Elmeria species, and there are multiple strains of this Elmeria in chicken's intestine, and what it does is that it damages the gut lining, and once this gut line got damaged or got destroyed, that is when coccidiosis will now affect your chickens. What makes coccidiosis rampant in your poultry farm or in your backyard farming is poor management, and this allows the parasite to grow and it spread. Now I'm going to give about 6 to 7 causes of coccidiosis in broilers. The number one factor that causes coccidiosis in broiler is wet and dirty litters. Coccidiosis thrive in wet litters, in the sense that when the litters, this creates a kind of a perfect condition or a perfect environment for the coccidia to multiply, for them to give birth. Let me use that word. Then two, the second one is about the droppings. When the droppings mix with water, and it enables these parasites to spread quickly among birds. And you know, birds, most especially if the birds have direct contact with the feces. Then the number 2 causes of coccidiosis in broilers is overcrowding. When you have too many birds in one space, it increases the stress and the feces build up over time. Don't get it twisted. When you have too many birds, your litter material will get soaked on time and they will not dry up on time, because as the birds are defecating in the litter material, they passes along with watery stool sometimes. So this watery stool, when it gets with the wood shavings, it gets soaked and it doesn't get dried up easily. So that is another overcrowding can lead to coccidiosis in broilers. Then when birds peck each other or they eat the contaminated litter and droppings, birds, we know that they always peck the ground to pick some feed particles. So in this process, as they are pecking the ground, due to overcrowding, they will also pick the eggs of the coccidia, and this can cause coccidiosis in your birds too. Then the number 3 cause of coccidiosis in broilers is poor ventilation. When there is poor ventilation, the humidity will become high, and this help the oocytes, or in other words the eggs of the parasite, to survive longer. So they will have to stay longer inside the poultry house, and this can cause diseases, coccidiosis. This can cause coccidiosis disease. When there is ammonia buildup, this help to destroy the immune system of the birds, thereby reducing their ability to fight this coccidiosis. It becomes lowered. Then the fourth point is dirty feeders and drinkers. If the feeders or drinkers are placed on the ground, they easily get contaminated with the feces. So that is one major cause. So if you have your feeders and your drinkers are placed on the ground, try to give them a kind of elevated platform. Then the fifth point is uncontrolled temperature. This is when you don't have a kind of fixed temperature, when your temperature, the temperature of your poultry has fluctuates. That is, it's either cold or damp, especially when it is cold or damp environment. This weaken the birds and increase the litter moisture. That is to say that if the weather is cold, or the temperature in your poultry is cold or damp, it increases the litter moisture. That is, the water content of the litter will be high, and this this encourage the growth or the reproduction of the coccidiosis. Then number 6 point is biosecurity. When there is very low, when you do very little about biosecurity, you allow visitors to enter your farm, boots, then wild birds. These wild birds that you see, they are also major carrier of coccidiosis. Then and other farm equipment. By the time you collect farm equipment from another farm and bring it to your farm to work, you can carry the coccidia from farm to farm. The 7th point, or what can cause coccidiosis, is when there is a previous infection. In this case, maybe the poultry farm has been infected with coccidiosis before, then there was no proper fumigation, there was no proper cleaning, so this can now infect another batch, the new batch that you are bringing in. So what I'm saying in essence is that there is every tendency that this second batch will get infected by the disease of the first batch, which is the coccidiosis. So that being said, let me tell you about the most common Emeria species that will infect your broilers. We have the first one is the Emeria tenella. Or once you notice that your birds are excreting bloody stool, know that the species that affected your bird is Emeria tenella. Then we also have the Emeria acevolina. This one is mild, but it reduces the growth of your broilers. So once you notice that your broilers are not growing well and they have coccidiosis, this is the mild form of coccidiosis and it reduces the growth. Then you have the Emeria maxima, and this also affects the weight gain and feed conversion ratio. So you have to be very careful because all these ones that I've listed, they have their own site of infection. Now, my major advice to you is that you should understand that the main cause of coccidiosis is wet litter and poor hygiene and also overcrowding. So if you have, be it a small farm or a big farm, and you don't want coccidiosis to affect your birds, ensure to follow these 3 things that I've listed. 1, avoid wet litter. 2, make sure that your pen is kept clean, very hygienic, and avoid overcrowding. So controlling these 3 factors greatly will reduce the risk of coccidiosis outbreak in your farm. I believe you've gotten a very important information about the causes of coccidiosis. Please help me to grow my channel by clicking the subscribe button. It will not cost you anything, but please do it. Give me a thumbs up if you want more videos like this, and encourage me to do more by sharing for others to benefit. Thanks. See you in my next video. Peace out with love.